In this scenario-based demonstration, we'll be highlighting some of the BIOS settings capabilities of Dell Client Manager Standard. We'll be working out of the help desk as an IT administrator. So going into incident 2 here, we have a USB problem submitted by our CTO Joe. He says, Mr. IT admin, one of our employees found a USB drive in the parking lot today, came into work, inserted it into the computer, and upon booting the system, the USB drive formatted his hard drive. So Mr. IT admin, can you ensure this doesn't happen again? Now there are various ways that we can correct this situation, obviously mandating that USB devices can't be used at all, which would frustrate our end users. But what we're going to actually show you is how you can change the BIOS settings so that a USB device isn't considered a boot device. So we'll do that by using Dell Client Manager Standard. By going into View Solutions, Dell Client Manager, we can expand the Tasks folder, and you can see that there's a couple of BIOS policies here, one being BIOS Settings Policy. Now every policy applies to a collection, and collections are specific computers with certain inventory properties, such as USB in their boot order or as boot devices. And the way we created this collection was by running a predefined report. Now Dell Client Manager Standard comes with various reports out of the box, but you can create your own. This is one that comes out of the box that allows you to find systems with specified BIOS settings. So by running this report and specifying USB devices in the boot order as a BIOS settings, we can find those systems that are basically we want to target and change that criteria. So we've created a collection with that criteria, and we also need to create what is called a BIOS profile. BIOS profiles are simply a template of BIOS settings that we want to change on those Dell systems. You can create them from scratch by specifying those BIOS settings which you want to change, or if you've already configured one system, you can import that particular system's BIOS settings into this profile. So by clicking Find, this will allow us to select any of those systems which we've already inventoried their BIOS settings. We'll click OK, and that then imports those BIOS settings from that particular system into this profile. We can go into the boot order or boot devices. We can disable USB devices at the BIOS level, or we can go into the device priority and remove it from the boot order. As we see, the USB storage devices is at the top here. Clicking OK will obviously have those changes that we want, and we could go and change any of the other BIOS settings, such as creating an administrative password so people can't go in there and change these settings back. So it's one way to standardize on all those BIOS settings for all your Dell systems. We've already saved a BIOS profile for our demonstration, so we'll click No here. And by going into our BIOS settings policy, we would then enable this policy to be applied to those collections with that particular BIOS profile. And we have the option of basically saying when we want this policy to apply. We can have end users manually run this. We can schedule it to run at midnight or whatever time that you would like. You can wake up the systems to run this policy. And if the end user is actually running something and working on something important, you can warn them that something's going to happen and have them defer this action. If the BIOS settings requires a reboot, you can configure that here and allow the end users to defer the reboot as well. There's a nice button to view the execution status, and by clicking on this download package link, you can save this as an executable and then deliver it via a USB or whatever software delivery mechanism you would like if you are not running the management agent. So that is how easy it is to change the BIOS settings on all your Dell Latitude, Optiplex, or Precision systems.